The Missouri Breaks of north central Montana holds a special place in my heart. The landscape is beautiful, rugged, and used to be full of mule deer. As a kid, this place felt like it was practically overflowing with wildlife. The air was thick with the sounds of deer, elk, and all kinds of creatures. It was a hunter's paradise. According to FWP, back in 2017, the mule deer population was at its all-time peak, around 400,000 animals. But fast forward to 2024, and things have changed drastically. The numbers have plummeted, and now the population sits well below 250,000. In my estimation, it's far worse than that. It's a sharp decline that has everyone wondering what's causing the shift. On top of the ongoing droughts and the harsh winters, we've also got to contend with the spread of blue tongue and EHD. These diseases are hitting wildlife hard, adding another layer of stress to an already challenging situation. Diseases like EHD or blue tongue are transmitted by biting midges known as no-see-ums, or gnats that breed and live in small pools of standing water. Deer infected with EHD will have a swollen tongue, eyelids, neck, or head. And with given droughts, all those animals congregate to those standing pools and stagnant water sources. With EHD being 90% fatal in deer, the chances of survival are extremely low. We're also dealing with CWD, chronic wasting disease. It's a deadly, always fatal disease that affects the nervous system. This disease spreads through direct contact between the animals from saliva, feces, and carcass parts, even through soil that's been contaminated. CWD, or chronic wasting disease, is caused by a natural occurring protein called a prion. When these prions misfold, they become resistant to becoming broken down by the animal's body, leading to severe damage to the nervous system. This process slowly deteriorates the brain, causing loss of motor skills and ultimately death. The most concerning part is that there is no known cure for CWD, and once an animal is infected, the disease is always fatal. Add the winter of 2022 and 2023 on top of that, we have an absolute disaster in the breaks of Montana. Despite the odds stacked against me, I'm headed to the rugged breaks of Montana to chase muleys with nothing but my bow. The terrain is tough, the deer are sparse, and the challenge is real. But that's exactly why I'm here. Even with all that working against me, I'm holding on to hope. My goal is to find, close the distance on, and eventually earn a mature buck. When the time comes, I'll come to full draw, settle my pin, and let everything I've learned from this journey guide me. Bow hunting is more than just a harvest. It's about the lessons learned along the way and the process of becoming a better bow hunter with each misstep.
Have some luck on our side. Let's kill him. Alright, so we got a buck here. It's a decent buck. I mean, it's not a big buck, but it's got some good manes. Probably 3-year-old deer, honestly. The back forks are tiny, but those long main beams go way out. So you got good fronts.
Standing here in Montana's Missouri Breaks, something feels off. Something feels desolate. The land is still stunning, but it's different. The mule deer that once roamed these rugged hills, well, they're not what they're used to be. Maybe they're still here, tucked away in some hidden corner. Whatever it is, something feels absent. So where did all the deer go? Let's dig into what might be behind this mysterious shift in Montana's landscape.
Glassed up, one buck. Decent buck, but keep looking, go try another spot. 7:30. Hopefully they still be on their feet for another hour or so. Shed antler wedged in a rock there. It's wedged in there so tight we can't even get it out. 4-point. We're looking for something bigger than that. Well, go get get some different vantage points. That's some of the key to some of this Badlands country, is getting different angles and just keep picking apart, stay after it.
Out the gate like a bucking bull. Got my horns up, I'm unstoppable. Got you spin around, it's a do-si-do. Hold on tight like a rodeo. If you wanna get down, get yourself elevated up off the ground. Then come along with me to the nitty and the gritty of the country.
It's always a good midday strategy, coming to these water holes and checking to see if there's anything drinking at them. From the looks of it, it doesn't look like there's any deer. Do you see anything?
No, a lot of cow tracks.
Moo cows. Not at this water.
Normally, diving straight into their bedding areas isn't a strategy I'd use. Disturbing their beds like this is a bit risky. But right now, it literally feels like there are no deer here. Something's off. It's almost like they vanished. And if we're going to get to the bottom of this, we need to check these spots. Places they've been found year after year. And see if we can find any signs of them. Or at least figure out where they've gone.
You gotta manifest, bro. So what are you manifesting?
Manifest. Now we're gonna have to spend a lot of time behind the glass, do a lot of work, and something. We're gonna find something.
How far? I'm gonna get on him. How far? Like 50 yards?
Go 57.
57? Okay, hold on. 57. Okay. 57. He's gonna stay bedded. Draw. Oh, I can hardly hold up. Bow still in that wind.
It
was like,
that's moving.
Whoo. Anyway, 57 yards, dude, huh? Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys, I'm here at 10,000 feet hunting mule deer with my bow with Muley Freak Tyler.
What's up, guys? Muley Freak Aaron here.
10,000 feet
with my buddy Tyler. What's up, guys? Hunting mule deer bucks with my bow. How I run my Game Changer bino harness.
This is how I run my Game Changer bino harness. I got my holster here, but I don't have a pistol. Oh, I got an extra mag here, guys, for when I run into the bear, I can mag dump him twice when he's resisting.
You were such in a rush! You were such in a rush!
I got nerd gummies and other wrappers for my candy.
What's in the actual vinyl case?
Oh, I got some EL 10x42s.
Oh.
Fit perfects and 20 batteries.
20 camera batteries.
Because I'm the cameraman. Shop muleyfreak.com for your cameraman vinyl harness.
Colton found a buck down in this Badlands country, kind of making its way up, so it's a positive. We found a buck. It's bigger than the one this morning, so get some footage of him. I don't know what we're gonna do. What do you think, man? Are we gonna see bigger bucks than him or what? What's your thoughts? It's day one, but we know we're dealing with a drought and whatever else is going on.
I definitely think that he'll still be in the area for more than just a day.
Yeah.
It's definitely
A buck to watch.
yeah, something to watch. Just to have in the back pocket.
We're getting hot now. Now we're gonna start seeing a lot of bucks. That's the way it goes, right? Personally, I think mule deer across the west have suffered greatly. A combination of blue tongue, CWD, harsh winters, and overhunting, not to mention predators. I've seen 7 coyotes today, and I've only seen 3 bucks. So, makes the hunting tough, and it's really discouraging. And it's really sad for mule deer, if I'm being honest. Like, the coolest animals, icon of the West, and they're just not doing well right now. And it honestly breaks my heart. And this being one of my favorite states to hunt, and just seeing the decline, it's depressing. Honestly. And I'm hungry. That's your update, buddy.
We bumped into the landowner, a local rancher actually. He confirmed we're looking in the right areas. The deer have been here year after year, but just like us, he hasn't seen them as of late. And he's here all the time. He's just as puzzled as we are. It's hard to believe that they're not here. They should be. So what's going on? It's like the land has been stripped of its usual life, and we're left wondering where these deer have gone.
It's a lot of beautiful country. Like, so many cracks and crevices where an animal could hide. It's kind of daunting. There's a porcupine right there. Right here, going to this tree. 3 does and a porcupine. I could go put a stalk on that porcupine. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning. The sun's hitting this stuff really good. We got 2 bucks found. Definitely the most mature bucks we've seen in the trip. We're just gonna kind of watch them and see what they do. Tried a new spot over here, no deer yet. I'm not sure what the plan is, but I think the deer are pretty much bedded for the morning, so do we go stalk that deer for fun? Do we go look for something else? Do we try to glass something else? It's good to have options, though. Glad to see a few more deer. I still think the deer here in Montana have suffered from harsh winter's drought, blue tongue, maybe some CWD, but it's good to see some animals. I must be shedicated or something. I just found a shed. It's a nice buck. Heavy. What is it? Big heavy shed. Probably like I don't know, like 80 inside. So you go 80, 80, 160 inside spread. 24, yeah, 185, 190 buck. He's got mass at least. I do know he has mass.
Why you always lying?
We're just kind of going along the rim here, seeing if we can potentially spot any bucks bedded. And you see these little holes that they can rim up in. That's why you never see them. They can get away and whatnot. But here's a look at that hole right there. Kind of cool spot for a buck to hide.
It's the middle of the day. We're driving around, but I spotted this shed this morning, and we're getting closer to it. So I thought I'd go pick it up. See how big it is. This knob is not very big. It's like a 2-point. Oh, geez. I was hoping it was bigger than that. Well, let me show it to you. Oh, it's actually a 3-point. And there's a rabbit right there. Cool beans. Just a little dinky 3-point. Luckily it was easy to get to. But we're gonna head into town, shoot Eric's bow, and then come back out.
Collateral. Yeah, shoot. Got him. Shoot the other one. Reload. Shoot the other one.
As I start connecting the dots, it's clear that the drought and disease aren't the only issues. Coyotes are becoming a major problem. Their numbers are up, and they're hunting harder than ever. I can see the signs, tracks, kills, and the pressure they're putting on these deer. With the land already struggling, the coyotes are moving in, capitalizing on the weakened deer. It's a perfect storm of drought, disease, and predators. And the deer, they're caught in the middle.
I've never seen a coyote not run away after a shot.
He couldn't figure out what was going on.
Did the first shot go through? It hit him too or something?
We just saved a bunch of fawns.
pulled up here and these 2 coyotes were mousing out in the field. And we just dumped both of them. Nice shoot, Colt. Let's go get him.
These coyotes are laying right next to each other. We don't know if we clipped maybe one of them when he shot, but they didn't both run off. We were trying to figure out why the other one stayed around. Looked like young ones too. Oh yeah, babies. Oh yeah, babies. Oh. Well, that's why they didn't run off.
Yeah, they're hanging out together.
You did clip it.
Saving deer fawns 1 coyote at a time. ShopMuleyFreak.com.
I'm lightning like Steve McQueen. I'm in the fast lane when the light turns green. And I built tough, I ain't nothing but grit. Cause I made rugged blood, sweat, and spit. Yeah, like a horse I fly. Better push yourself in for a bumpy ride. I like to play hard, but I work harder. And I weather the storm cause I'm built stronger. I was born to run. I was built to last. I was made for speed, cause I was born fast. Born to run, born to ride. Keep on flying till my hands touch the sky. Born to be wild and free. Keep on going, yeah, there's no stopping me. I was born for this.
Saw a bunch of various does. We've counted over 20 coyotes today. At least 12 coyotes tonight from up here on this hilltop. And 1 coyote just howled right here and was answered by 4 others that we didn't even see, maybe even more. It seems like most of the deer are concentrated on this north end down here. Now the rancher said he did see a few here, but it's my opinion that maybe more concentrated bucks down there. So we're going to try to approach that area from a different angle tomorrow. See if we can't see more into the country different. Sometimes it's all about just getting different cuts and different looks into the country. So fingers crossed that we can find a shooter buck to go after.
Even with everything stacked against them, the drought, disease, coyotes, I'm not discouraged. There has to be a mature buck tucked away here somewhere. A survivor with strong genes and a will to live. He's out there, and I'm determined to find him.
I don't know if it's the same 2 bucks. It's definitely 2 gloves.
All right, we got a pretty put together 4-point. He gave me a couple looks where he's tall, pretty even fork everywhere. Definitely the most mature buck we've seen. And he went down into a cut. I don't know if they wind us right here or saw us, but they kind of bolted down, kind of making their way down a coulee. So we're going to get over there, see if we can get a better look in there and figure out how to make a play on him. So just reviewed the footage, and his buck has a saggy belly. He gives that look when he turned head on. He's got a saggy belly, a little bit of dip in his shoulder. So definitely a more mature buck we've seen. I don't think he's old per se, but it feels good to target something that more mature. So we're just reviewing the maps on HuntStat and gonna make sure we're good to go. So
49 yards. Got some antelope.
Antelope are curious creatures. Unlike deer, they don't shy away. They'll often come closer to investigate. I've used that to my advantage more than once, flagging them with a single motion. It's a unique strategy that can work wonders, especially when you need them to come into range.
Such cool critters. Love antelope. Killed quite a few of them. Pretty cool animals. And they eat really well too. Some of the most delicious meat. Alright, we just got the pickup when we drove around. We're going to try to get to this corner up here and see if we can look down into this country, see if he's bedded. I hate to go in there blind. We got at least 1 doe, a sentinel doe. We could potentially screw things up for us, but we want to try to get a visual on this buck, so that's what we're going to go do right now.
We're in uncharted territory now, trying to figure out where these bucks might be bedding. They could be anywhere. tucked in these deep draws and cuts we've never been in before. So we're using every tool we've got, scanning the land with the glass and checking the Hunt Stand app to pinpoint the best areas to focus on.
We're gonna kind of ease our way around here and try to glass into the stuff, see if we can see where they're bedded, because we don't know exactly where they are. Just get in that shade and we can look through up there where that little hole is in the rock. Yeah, do that first.
Stalking and blind isn't my preferred strategy, but with how this hunt is unfolding, it's becoming clear success will be a numbers game. In order to close a deal on a mature buck, I need to get on stalks. The more chances I take, the better my odds.
There's a small chance they're still here. I don't know where they went. Could be at the top of this draw in front of me, or they could have kept going, which we can't cross this fence right here and hunt. So came through here and kind of glassed and went slow, looked our way through this coulee. It appears they're probably just out of bounds, actually on public still, but not a part of this lease, this hunting lease. So technically we can't go hunt it. Hopefully they'll make their way back onto the property we can hunt. BLM private we can hunt. Get another opportunity at them. We're gonna quietly make our way back.
Just out here prairie dog hunting. The bow is on.
Out the gate like a bucking bull. Got my horns up, I'm unstoppable. Got you spin around, it's a do-si-do. Gotta hold on tight like a rodeo. If you wanna get down, just surf elevated up off the ground. Then come along with me to the nitty and the gritty of the country. I was cut from steel. I was built for grit.
You got him.
I was made to fly. Cause I was born for this, yeah.
Last prairie dog stole my arrow. The counter-answers thank us for taking out a little bit of the population on the prairie dog colonies. But don't want to lose any more $50 arrows.
447. These animals should start getting up in the next hour, hour and a half. Got a good angle into this stuff, so we'll just kind of keep an eye on it and see if we can't get lucky and have them come out and make a play.
Applying through Montana's outfitter program is great because your odds of success of drawing increase, but there's a catch. My outfitter didn't have access to this specific piece of public BLM, so I couldn't hunt it. It's a pros and cons game of hunting. More opportunity, but sometimes a few limitations along the way.
We're starting to see a few more animals here. See big 4x2 we never seen before. See the nice little poke going over there. Bucks are on their feet, which is a little bit earlier. The animals were yesterday, and we still haven't seen the bucks that we chased into this draw. Keep looking. It's fun seeing new animals.
No sign of this buck yet. I hiked over to the edge there all by myself. I was kind of trying to get different angles in there and nothing. There's bucks all around us on their feet. No clue where these two went. We're gonna walk a little bit south here and see if we can get some different angles. Beautiful night. Obviously we didn't find the buck or you would see a stalk and a kill shot. So we're gonna call it a day, figure out what to do, and go eat some dinner.
Morning and evening, stacked on morning and evening, and still very few deer. The full moon and hot temps aren't helping either. It's just how she goes sometimes. Some hunts are a grind, and you gotta push through. Even still, I remain undaunted.
Well, didn't see anything this morning. Well, see you later. New spot, new luck.
If there was ever a spot to find a big, mature mossy back, this was it. The rolling badlands and hidden depressions just scream big buck country. It felt like an untapped area, if I'm being honest. Most hunters aren't willing to put in the work to turn something up here. But that's exactly why I think it could hold something special. The buck I'm after.
A few does tonight is all, but some absolutely epic sunsets. As far as buck hunting goes.
I never really picked up my glass thinking there's a chance I might not find anything. But today, it was starting to feel that way. Negativity was creeping in, but I was fighting it desperately. I knew I couldn't let that doubt take over if I was going to have any shot at turning this hunt around.
Well, nothing out again this morning. A full moon's absolutely killing us. These same bucks that we've seen feeding up top last few mornings, last 2 mornings in a row, we haven't seen them. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know the change in the weather, pressure system coming in. Frustrating. So much beautiful country and so few deer.
And that's when utter pandemonium breaks out.
Just had a buck cross in front of the road. If we can get to that hill there, we might be able to cut him off and shoot from there. So just go quiet. should have. We could have got a range and smoked him. Yeah, we started coming up the draw. We couldn't get a range on him. Super disappointed. That sucks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that buck was coming off this flat. He literally did a suicide dive off into these cliffs. And I'm like, I just looked down at it and I don't know how that thing survived. I don't know if we have any footage to show you, but it's steep. Anyway, he didn't make it very far. We rolled around the rim, spotted him, and went down. We were trying to figure out where he's at, and I kept thinking, start ranging everything. So I started ranging everything. I'm like, he's gonna come out right here. And I was signaling over to Colton. I'm like, he's between here and here. And he kind of went up to check, didn't see me, came back to talk to me. The buck's, I wasn't paying attention because I started talking to him. The buck ran out right where I had him ranged, turned back, looked back. Then I was like, I don't got time to range it. This guy's going. He tried to range, his rangefinder didn't work. All the way up the hill, he couldn't get a range. I kept saying, give me a range, give me a range. He finally told me the top. He's like, I can't get a range. He gets the very top, 91. He didn't look back. He went up and over. We just chased him up and over the other side. And we looked down, and there, he could have went a lot of different ways. We tracked his track for a certain amount of time and couldn't find him. So I don't know whether we hunt this guy tonight. I don't know whether we'll see him again. We haven't had much luck in the evenings. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll get a game plan, then we'll let you know what we're doing next. All right, guys, we're winding down on the hunt, but we're going to utilize or deploy tip number 9.
Number 9.
No, it's not that.
Number 10.
We think it's virgin ground for the most part, and we're going to see if we can turn up a mossy back and stick him with a bow. Not how I was expecting things to go. Hunting is learning to manage disappointment and still trying to be positive. We're gonna kill a buck in the morning. I don't know where or how, but we're gonna.
You know, you're just a good old boy.
I'm just a good old boy. I never give up. I never give up. That's what makes me a good boy. Alright, there's a white-tailed buck we need to get a closer look at. We're going in, we got a, I don't know, mile stalk. Gonna have to loop around. He might get up again, might help us. He disappeared in the brush, so we're gonna have to go low, slow. Have some luck on our side. Let's kill him. Get one ridge closer and try to see if we can tell where he's at. If this wind stays in our face, we'll go straight at him.
Gosh dang it. He was way closer than I thought. I was looking out here, and he was right here. Did you see him? Yep. Should have slowed down, been more patient. Dang it. Should have looked that over closer.
Gosh, when the deer numbers are so low, you don't go on stalks. I feel like make a bunch of mistakes, which is what I did. Should have slowed down and looked to my left.
This hunt was tough. The opportunities were few, and the bucks were young. The Missouri breaks, in their current state, desperately need help. It needs time. The land needs restored health and time to cut back. If I were you, thinking of hunting Montana, personally, I'd hold off a few years. But that's up to you. You make that call. I talked to countless other hunters. In fact, FWP published this Facebook post while I was in the field. Coincidental? I think not. But that's hunting. Sometimes the real victory is just seeing the potential from what this place could be again. With a little patience and care, I think it can be truly incredible one day.
They come along with me to the nitty and the gritty of the country. I was cut from steel. I was built for grit. I was made to fly. 'Cause I was born for this, yeah.